Although there's a couple I would say avoid. And that goes into the next section. Of all these songs, you've already listed a song that I actually like from you, but you hate.
Yeah.
You hate Not If This Were the Last Hobby on Earth.
I just thought it was horrible from beginning to the end of it.
The worst song, the one song I regret publishing. I thought the lyrics are not as funny as I thought they were 4 years ago.
Salisbury Junction.
No.
Okay.
If somebody else sang that, I think it would be great.
Oh, I could give it a try.
That's why I'm not putting Model Train Rhapsody on. It's hilarious, but my singing is so bad. If somebody else sang that, it would be one of our top songs in my opinion because the lyrics are hysterical in my opinion.
Right. I can't sing that one either.
Yeah.
Not too many people can. That's good range.
The Elvis Costello song. What's so funny about trains, tracks, and model railways?
Right.
I hate my voice in it. And I tried to do it in a voice that I thought would work. It didn't work.
Right.
At the time I thought, well, it's kind of good enough. And I published it. And it's the one song I don't listen to. I actually watch these videos over and over because I enjoy them.
Yes, he does. Not more than I want to listen to them.
And I even have an MP3 version of them as a playlist in the car, which I can only listen to when I'm by myself.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. I enjoy them. I think they're funny. I have a laugh. And the best ones are when you hear the real song come on somewhere and your brain immediately goes to the parody song.
We are just as likely to do that.
So I would that's one I guess I regret. The other one
I wish it were here is a good one.
I don't do a bad job with it. I mean, there's ones where I think song and video they're good. My singing just destroys it. What's the one? It's missing. That's why it's not on the list. Number 41 because it's actually a duo. That's right, because the duets, the two of us.
Yeah, it's on there.
The two of us is sort of cheesy.
I don't know. I liked it.
I know you like it because it's us
cute.
and it's cute. It's
us
cute,
travels.
but everybody else, yeah.
It was just for
notice
us.
I didn't even allow us to go to the other songs. There are 3 other songs we did not talk about. The two of us, which I would fight to keep off.
Yeah.
It's cute for us, and some other people thought it was cute, but overall, it was a little too hackney for me.
As owner of a small layout, my voice was so strained that day.
I know you would like to try to do that again.
I really struggled singing it. My voice was just absolutely going out, and you hear that in the video.
Not only do we have backlog songs that I want her to sing, but there are some songs I did that I have come close to talking her into redoing, and that we'd maybe just put on her channel.
Yeah, maybe
do it something to put on your channel.
Right.
There's a few songs of mine. The duet we did, A Loco That I Used to Own, the lyrics I think are very good. Yeah. Neither one of us felt right in that one.
Yeah, that was one. Another
song.
One I just couldn't sing. It gets too deep for me.
That's why I do the stanzas and she does the...
I couldn't get it up in a higher range, and that was another one that was really frustrating because I just could not
I wound
sing
up
it.
doing the one set, and then the part she could sing, she sings, because I really couldn't sing that part.
Right, and it was such a struggle. When he published, I'm like, I don't even remember singing that part for you.
And so those are... Are there any others that... You've already mentioned a couple that you don't like. For example, there's a song we like. It's not there, but for some reason, it's been uploaded twice. And
it's got the real tin.
It comes out tinny for some reason. It's not on the actual MP3.
Which is
but every time
weird.
we upload it, it comes out tinny. I don't know what happens.
I hoped
but it's still
only
good.
A Northern Train. I really hoped that one would have hit our British audience a little better than it did.
It's an obscure Beatles song.
Yeah,
but you originally did not like your singing on it.
No. Again, it's a little flat, and I really don't mean that as tonal flat. It's just the voice is kind of flat.
Non-emotional flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it also sort of fits the original song, so.
Here's one. Neither one of us talked about the song That's Model Railways, which is one that did get a couple of people going, why are you mocking this hobby and what we go through?
Right.
Because it's such an iconic song, and I love the band The Jam.
Right.
I love The Jam, and that one of the reasons we're doing it, because I love that song and that band, and the joke line came to me. That's what happens. But rather than try to make it ha-ha comedy, because the actual song's a real heavy critique.
Serious.
It's a very dark critique of the Thatcherite UK at the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, whether, politics aside, the Jam, Peter Weller,
he was writing about.
He was not a fan of Thatcher, and he was ripping the state of England and the UK at that time.
Right.
So neither one of us consider that one. I don't think it's a bad song. I think.
Oh, I don't think it was that bad.
All right, the medley.
Yeah, the medley.
That was one that we got praise, but there were a lot of people that are fans of our songs, who were loud by omission.
Yes.
They did not comment on that one, where they will comment on almost every song.
It's like, oh, yeah, so-and-so didn't have anything to say about this.
Yeah, we had quite a few people were like, they didn't comment on this one. They're normally, nice job, really enjoyed this one, and they were dead silent on that one.
Right.
So we were always wondering,
did we make a faux pas? Should we have not attempted it?
Because I think it's very good, and I think the way I put it together and the story I wrote, the way
you connected it with a story
was damn good, really. And I thought you sang the vast majority of it very well. Yes, there are parts that were tougher for you to sing, but what the audience doesn't know is you did that. You did the entire song in just 3 takes. You went so far before you kind of got lost and stopped. We went back to the beginning of that song where you messed up, because you like to sing the song through.
I do, yeah. There's been a few where it's like, nope, we're just going to do part of it, and then we'll do
I'll take part of this take and part of that take. But usually you want to do it all in one take.
Most of the time I like to go all the way through it, yeah.
She's a diva. But you did that in 3 takes.
Yeah.
And then we went back and added some backup vocals.
It was so long, we had to do it.
Right, but you were very proud of that, too, that you went so far into it.
There wasn't a whole lot.
Because I really thought we were going to do each of the 8 songs separately, and you're like, no, I'm just going to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it doesn't stop in the music. So.
But they did write the 8 songs separately.
Yeah.
And then work them out separately. But then, yes, they did perform it in one 25-minute or 28-minute session, which they then cut down to the 18-minute song or group of songs. So that is our topic of, I think we've covered our least favorites.
Right.
Redos and dislikes even. Right. There are a couple I would like to redo with Joyce doing them, which I think we've mentioned. I would like her to do rivet counters. Because rivet counters goes into the next one. Some people asked, are there obscure songs that we think deserved more, that we were hoping more people... See, rivet counters is unique because I released it the same day as Ever Junction. I did both. Okay. Because that was back when I would release the songs in the live streams.
Right, that's right.
And then take them out of the live stream and put them up separately.
Yeah.
But Rivet Counters was the one that, Alan was singing the praises of Everard Junction on his channel the next day in his video, which was the first of several times he gave us a shout out.
Right.
And, he got a lot of people to come, and that's what really helped explode the views, because it got shared from there. Right. All these guys from watching Alan Dragon Junction, he sang the praises, but he also said the second one, didn't like so much.
Yeah, that's true.
But I liked it lyrically. It's a little more darker, sinister. It's making fun of Rivet Counters. But it's, in case you don't know, Rivet Counters is, what's the band's name? Radiohead.
Yeah.
And it's their song Karma Police.
Karma Police, yeah.
Karma Police.
Yeah.
Arrest this man. and we turned it into making fun of
Just
rivet counters,
cool
which
song.
maybe touched nerves. But
Maybe so.
my singing isn't great, and I would like Joyce to redo it. But it's also the topic here: hidden gems. Are there songs that we feel were really good but kind of got missed by the viewers? Well, it's most of them. All of these should be viral. They should all have 100,000 to a million views. Damn it.
Keep going.
I can dream on. But no, I think Rivet Counters lyrically is very good. My singing is not awful, but I've already mentioned a couple of hidden gems. I think one of the most slept on songs we did was Something Needs Repaired. Your singing is excellent. The video I think is really good, and I think it's funny. Tell Charlie to drop that donut.
We used a lot of video
because
from
his panels
Great Train
on the fritz.
Yeah. The Great Train.
And You Can't Buy That was very good, and it was well received. It was well received the
right.
days it was released, but it never had that second and third boost of views. It never went anywhere. So those are two songs I think are hidden gems. Do you have any? Any songs that... because you know which ones are considered great. Now, for example, you did mention one earlier. You thought Talk Trains would do better.
Yeah.
Is it you thought it should do better, or just...
I thought it should do better.
Okay.
I mean, it was a lot of work, but I thought it was well written and real.
Yeah. It
Because
really...
all you do is talk trains.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, maybe too much. I'm like, ooh, we don't like that one because it's too self-describing.
And you were mentioning owner of a small layout. Would you consider that a hidden gem? Because you were saying you didn't like how you sounded in a lot of that.
The voice was bad. I don't think, I mean, I would have sung it okay if you could have heard it, but my voice was just going out.
Right.
I just had a long day.
So that also goes into you would like to...
Speaking, and so it was a Friday after work, and
you would like to have a better shot at it. You know, you want to try to do it and do it better.
Probably need to do it like in the summer when my voice recovers.
So yeah, hidden gems for us. These are hidden gems again, because very few of these songs have a lot of views. I mean, again, that's relative.
Yeah. Right,
but for the size of my channel, there are some that have,
Like, if they hit 300, it's done okay.
300 tends to be, like if it goes over 300, I'm happy. If it's below 300, I'm a little disappointed. And there are some that go over that I really thought this song would go. I really thought Train Damage would go bigger.
Right.
And it didn't.
And
and again, there were a lot of, that was another one, there were a lot of quiet people on that one, just like the medley. And I thought Train Damage was, I thought lyrically it's very good, and again, it's all my opinion. It comes across as ego. This is, it may come across that we're trying to look for egos. Another one is, if somebody else sang it, I think it would have done better, is the Seventh Layout Redo, which is Jack White, the White Stripes. White Stripes.
Okay.
Song, Seven Nation Army. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I'm gonna rip it out.
Which kind of doesn't feel like one of mine.
Well, I sang it.
I know you did. Right. No, it doesn't feel like one I could sing real well.
Right, yeah. So, hidden gems. Maybe Rivet Counters if you could get past my singing. Right.
I thought Deutsche Bahn Regio had so much potential. And I start out very off key.
You did the first line.
It comes out. It's okay. The rest of it, I think.
Right. You also do that, to be honest, with a couple of songs where you kind of start off and it takes you midway through the first line.
It's always that
intro.
We go through it. I'm like, how am I starting this?
Get my voice.
Yeah, I got to start it on the right note, and then sometimes it's not the right note, and it's very frustrating.
Right. So but like Sound of Locos,
right,
which is Simon & Garfunkel's Sound of Silence. The first 5-6 words, you are a little kind of atonal or flat, and then all of a sudden there's the word laying or something like that. There's a word in the first line where all of a sudden you catch it. You go up, you stay there, and then it's beautiful all the way through.
Right.
But yeah, you start off a little rough. There's a couple of the bits of the medley. You do that where you start a little rough and then find it.
Yeah. On my layout, largely got ignored.
Three Dog Night, Shambhala.
Yeah, which I howl a little bit with the.
Yeah, but that's really nice. You do a great job with it.
That was kind of hard. But otherwise, I thought that one could have done well.
Because that's the one it
was an early one.
That circles us back to a couple of earlier topics, which are, the people that say we're always negative, we're always taking the negatives. No, that's a song celebrating the joy.
Sure,
on my layout, it's it's the Three Dog Night song Shambhala, which is about finding that holy land, finding that Zen,
right?
That space of emotional
happiness,
yeah, and so that's a positive one.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody Wants to Run Some Trains is very positive. And there are some other ones. That Sound of Locos is really positive. One Train. Well, I don't know. Is One Train? One Train is about the solitary. That's the Blind Melon song, No Rain.
Right.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. Yeah. No, which is you sing that one, not me.
Right.
So
you don't know they do Shannon Hoon real well either. So.
Now, the last couple of bits, some people, I don't know, it's hard to say there were actual comments toward this, but they got me thinking this way. Little running jokes and gags that we do have through the videos, or bits that we think are clever. Like, not so much favorite songs. We did get asked, are there some favorite bits we did, which maybe they meant songs, but I took it as little things we did in a certain video we thought were clever.
And we do have favorite bits and things that we
So
did.
what's...
I always loved in the Happiness is a New Train is the choo choo toot toot. I thought that was very clever.
Yeah. Again, Happiness is,
you have to know the
is
song.
A New Train is the Beatles song on the White Album, Happiness is a Warm Gun, which is a heroin song.
It's a really good song.
Some people think it's a sex song and all that, but
it doesn't
forget
matter.
the topic of the song.
Really
it's a
song.
very cool, it's a very bluesy and hardcore song.
Yep.
But I thought yes, because I think lyrically, I really did a great job of parodying John Lennon's Stream of Consciousness.
You did.
And yet make it very clear model train related.
Right.
But yeah, there's a bit on it where happiness is a warm gun, bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Happiness is a warm gun, bang, bang, shoot. And I took the bang, bang, shoot, shoot back up and made it choo, choo, toot, toot. And yeah, to be honest, that's one of those... Gosh, that was clever.
That was cute. Yeah.
Gosh, I was clever there.
I liked it. And it just lyrically, it fits so well.
Yeah, it really... I thought that was clever.
It worked.
And then there is a small running gag. I mean, obviously, I write the lyrics.
And you make the videos.
And I make the videos.
Yeah.
And I've used a lot of my footage.
Yes. Well, and it's safe.
Yeah. Less likely to get a content strike when I use... Yeah, I have permission to use my videos.
Right.
But there are some running gags. And one of the running gags I do have through the videos is there are many songs that reference watching YouTube. And I put a lot of the big name channels. But I always end with, I always put on a certain line that makes fun of me an advertisement for my channel.
Right.
So in Trains on the Run, stuck inside these four walls, stuck here watching YouTube, and I start throwing all these, never seen, and I put me in there, so I put my channel in there. And then, oh my God, what's the one I was just, Losing My Train Mojo.
Yeah, right.
Losing My Train Mojo, where it's
watching.
Clicking through, catching up on YouTube. Oh no, I've watched too much. And then the line is, I haven't watched enough. And I put my channel on there.
Haven't watched me enough.
That's a little... You got to watch more of me.
Subliminal messaging.
Subliminal messaging. I appear in a few videos in that regard where I'm,
where it's either sarcastic or it's a self-plug. Or it's a promotion.
Train, in Train Damage, the Pink Floyd Brain Damage Ellipse, at the end, the trains are all run by a loon, and I stick myself in there, with a picture of me conveniently worked where I'm sticking right through the black hole that appears at the end.
Right.
So you could, if you ever watch those videos, you could, because those running jokes go all the way back. I just throw myself.
Yeah, it's like anywhere he can do it, he puts it in.
Just who will catch this? Did you catch that?
Yeah, and it appears no one ever does.
No, there's some. Oh, speaking of Train Damage, because that's another thing. That was the one I was hoping somebody would catch. And again, this sounds egotistical, and we're really not doing this video out of ego. It's just we do like to respond and talk about this stuff. The end of Train Damage and Ellipse. On the Pink Floyd album, the end of the song Eclipse. Right. And why did I change Eclipse to Ellipse? Because ellipse is another word for an oval. And all, the standard train set is an oval.
Right.
So ellipse.
Not necessarily completely round though. So
right. And ellipse doesn't have to be completely round, but it is a type of oval, and thus
right.
So anyhow, the thing is, the album begins and ends with a heartbeat.
Right.
Boom, 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 and it ends with the heartbeat fading out, and then the character coming in and saying, "There is no dark side of the moon. Really, it's all dark." So low key. That's when the people get their headphones on. They go, "Oh, he said that at the
yeah."
And I replaced the heartbeat, although actually the heartbeat is still there because the music I used included it.
Heartbeat. Yeah,
but I overdubbed the heartbeat with a steam train chuffing, so it's chuff chuff, chuff chuff, chuff chuff, chuff chuff, chuff chuff. I was hoping somebody would catch that just to go, oh my God, ego. The ego did need this, where somebody goes, oh my God, Anthony, that was so clever when you did that. Nobody caught it.
I told you were clever.
Yeah. Well, yes, once I pointed it out to you, you went, oh, that's clever. Yeah. Thank you, dear. I feel better now. But because we do, even though you tend to sing, and I will show you things with the video and get your approval,
right?
Your feedback, but so there is a lot of work we put into it, and we put it out there. And yes, we expect, especially me, I expect the negative criticism. I can't believe how many times I still get the comment, "Who told you could sing?" I've just gotten to the point where I always answer, "My mommy did, and she would never lie, would you, mommy?" I've heard my voice. I know how bad it is. But we are a team.
Yes, we are.
Our studio is a basement. Our microphone is an $89 Amazon microphone.
That's true.
We do not have proper sound. We
don't have a self-tuner. That would be nice.
Yeah, we don't have auto-tune or self-tune. Everything we do is like Joyce, like we show. If you've never looked at Joyce's channel, she puts up the videos on her channel, and I re-edit them. I do redo the vocals so you get something different, or we add outtakes or alternate versions.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even know how he finds outtakes, but then I watch it and go, oh yeah, I guess we did do that. But
no, in fact, you
doesn't feel like
you
teased me
for deleting the videos too much, because you were the one you were once you should put the outtakes on sometime.
That's true, I did. That was
your suggestion originally. Like you were the one who said, hey, when you put them on video, do something different with it so it stands out from yours.
Right. Yeah, I did.
Because she does have one video that on her channel. See, we talked about how you can't do that, underperformed. In our opinion, we don't feel. On my channel, only 270 views or whatever it is.
You can't.
It went over 1,000 on her channel. Yeah, you can't buy that. Yeah, it is your most watched video by far.
It is by far. Though a couple of the vacation videos did really well.
Yeah, but I don't think they won 1,000.
Yeah, there's a few over 1,000. There is. It's
Okay.
weird too.
So
it's like part 2, but part 1 wasn't. And it was weird.
Well, we don't have, if you put us in a music studio, we could sound better.
Oh,
especially.
sure we could.
We're a mom and pop.
Yeah, we're small potatoes, as you all know.
Sometimes we get criticism.
There's no pretense here.
We get criticisms from people that don't understand.
Yeah.
We're not a production site.
No.
We are a mom and pop doing this in our basement.
This is him haranguing me until I say, okay, let's go down and sing.
This is me. Yeah, it's me nagging you until you are ready to go downstairs and do the video.
Right.
And sing. And then it's also me writing a song. And now it's gotten bad because I am already nixing songs that I have a pretty good, because I go, Joyce, do you think you could sing this one? And she's like, nope. And I'm like, okay then, I can't sing it either. Psh, out it goes. It doesn't even go into the list you've seen here. In fact, what's one? I've got 3 songs I'm currently toying with, and one is Elton John.
Yeah.
Yellow Brick Road.
Right.
Yellow Brick Road.
Right.
Which is called Hollybrook Lane. And it's about a guy who decides to end or a person who decides to end their layout.
Yep.
It's going.
Closing it up.
Goodbye, Hollybrook Lane.
Right.
Think of that one. The one I've just been kind of toying with is this. She doesn't know this yet. This is a live on air reaction. Do you remember the group Missing Persons?
Yeah.
What are words for? Not that one. Destination Unknown.
Oh. Okay.
Life is so strange.
Yeah.
It's called Motivation Unknown. It's sort of another version of Losing My Train Mojo. It's about the ups and downs of your mojo.
I see.
Trains are so strange.
Right.
When you're working.
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
okay.
blah. So I don't know if you could do that one. Obviously, I don't think you could do it in her voice, that little high-pitched, whiny voice she had.
Life is
so strange.
I don't know.
When you don't
know. I don't know. I could give it
do,
a whirl, I guess.
do. It's got a great bass line in it, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is another song that, who knows, it may show up and probably won't.
It might, yeah.
But, so...
Yeah, we're not no signs of slowing
that's
down
the lesson.
here.
Well, I don't know. I have slowed down. I've got all these. We have talked about doing a couple of those backlogged ones. Plus, there's always on the table a couple of the ones I want you to sing that I sing, and we would re-release them.
Right.
As well as a couple you have said you want to redo.
He can't take it down though. That's what I said.
I'm not taking. Yeah, I'll leave the original ones up.
It's got to stay. I'll just.
Yeah, it'd be weird. It'd be like 23B.
Right. Yeah.
Redo.
Right.
So yeah, we just always feel we need to say that. I know it sounds defensive, but there are times we give people like, oh, this didn't come out right, that didn't come out right. We're not a production studio, and I don't even have, a lot of the programs that I could do to make better videos, they want $49, $59, $89, $100 a month,
right,
to subscribe to them. Oh, get the free version. Well, you can't do the things I really wanted to do on the free version. And one of the things I've talked about is I've toyed with the idea of not even doing the videos, just doing a lyric video. But I think telling the story with the video helps it.
Yeah, I think it does too.
So, any last words or comments? Any last thoughts, songs, or...
No, we just really appreciate it when you guys watch these and you're nice.
We can take the negative if it's deserved.
Oh, of course. Yeah. But it's nice when you're nice.
I mean, obviously, anybody wants views on any video they posted. Because, again, that's one of the things. We get, we had a couple of people on the last one, on number 50, because that's why we're doing this. 50 videos, like them or not,
Right.
we've done 50.
Yeah.
We
Chugged a bunch of them
we
out.
kept the Christmas songs off of this because a couple of them are good, a couple of them are bad, and a couple of them are mediocre. There's 6 of them. It's 2 really good, 2 mediocre, 2 kind of maybe we shouldn't have.
Cringeworthy. Yeah.
Again, needed to be sung better. Or one case, I think the song was okay, but the backing music was awful.
Yeah.
Anyhow, sidetrack. But we want. What do you? You know me. I want views, and of
Yes.
course a propensient amount of likes.
Right.
Obviously, that's my ego talking.
Right.
But in the end, it's the comments.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like Matt Clark. I'm trying to do funny stuff, but a stand-up comedian doesn't know if he's funny or not if he can't see the audience laughing.
That's right.
So when I post a video that I hope is funny, I might get a few likes, but there are people that go to your video and give it a like because, oh, you put up a video. They'll watch a minute and give it a like. And of course, then you get the people who are going to give it a thumbs down no matter what.
Right.
I've got a few anti-fans. Dodge released a video, dislike. Petty, everybody gets a dislike on their
Right.
video or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the comments are what fuel. Maybe that's why people don't comment. They know it'll inspire me more. But the comments are the closest thing to seeing the laugh, the
Right.
smile. Whether it's Matt Clark or the Parody songs, when somebody says, "Oh, I love this. This was funny," but I want it honest too. I don't want the, "Oh, that was great, Anthony," because we know
Right.
you need us to say great or you're gonna cry.
Right. Yeah. I hope it's real, but
But the comments to me are the most important, and of course they're the most time
I
consuming.
will say that we do feel supported, and we do appreciate
yeah.
that.
We feel we've got a
All of
small
you who
fan
do.
base,
Yeah.
a small cult group. We got a small cult.
They like us. They really like us.
So, yeah,
That's how we feel.
So to wrap this up, but if you would just kind of let us know where you're at, what songs would you add, what songs would you take
Right.
off. Yeah, you're not going to hurt our feelings. Really, you're not.
We're teachers.
We're teachers. We're used to
We're pretty thick-skinned.
thick skin. I'm used to opening. I would open
Yeah,
textbooks.
right.
Mr. Dodge is a.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not a fan, I see.
Not a fan, right? So, and that was from the principal.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyhow, let's go
Chris would watch
to
this.
this one. Just like our live stream, we almost made this a live stream.
Right.
In a way, it was just no commentary.
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
maybe
you
we
did
should have
hard-
done it as a live stream.
Did hard.
Do it as a live
Started
stream.
with the start streaming.
Yeah.
Like,
Could have.
no, not that. That's not what you want to do.
So, anyhow, we want to thank you for all the support. We don't know how many of you are actually going to watch the hour and 20 minutes this one is going to come out.
You need to trim it down a little bit.
I will try. But it's still going to be an hour and 20 minutes because I think we got an hour and a half material.
Just skim through.
We'll skip some stuff.
Put some chapters on it.
And chapters. All right. So anyhow, and we just added 3 more minutes to that.
Yes, we did.
So, we want to thank you all for the support on all our crazy
We sure
endeavors.
do.
And that's why we're doing this as a tag team.
Yep.
Even though all she does is sing.
It's true.
No, but your singing is...
The singer always
I
gets
like-
attention. That's how that works.
I like to listen to her sing. That's she has to listen to me sing because I sing in the car all the time. But I play these songs because I enjoy hearing her sing.
Time.
She could record the actual songs and I would play it all the time.
Right.
So since I realized that my last few videos I am saying this phrase on that note.
Oh.
I keep saying on that note
You've
with
got
everything.
you've got a catchphrase.
No, it's another one. How many freaking catchphrases do I have?
Really?
Way too many.
People are gonna start taking shots.
Yeah. Every time he says on that note, take a shot, my audience would be drunk. But
Oh, drunk.
They'd be happy.
We love it. We love it. Oh, say goodbye.
So, push the button, Frank. On that note, we're going to say, auf Wiedersehen
choose.
and happy trades. Take care, everybody.
Bye.